'Twas the night before leaving for Dover, and all through the day, Tyler's had a migraine that just won't go away. But the Xfinity Series is heading to the 20th race of their season, and you know what they say. There's paint schemes to review. Let's go. I bet you guys didn't know I was a poet in my past life. I'm basically Shakespeare's son. But yesterday I got my credit card skimmed, and today I feel like I'm knocking on death's door. This must be what Sheldon Creed feels like when he finishes second for the 900th time. 2. Carson Kvapil nearly won last year in Dover in just his second start. And we just recently found out that he's under contract with Team Penske. Combine those two things together and we know just what that means. Nothing. He'll probably DNF. 10. Jesse Love looked like he was going to have a pretty good day until what? Lap 10? That's when he blew out a rear end. And I'm not talking about that dude from the Coldplay concert. 8. Parker Retzlaff is sponsored by Fix Your Lid this weekend, which apparently is some sort of a hair gel brand, something that SVG definitely doesn't need. 10. This has absolutely nothing to do with reviewing paint schemes, but finally, Chris Wright has gotten shit canned. Which sounds like great news because we all know Chris Wright couldn't drive a nail through a corkboard, but I would be shocked if this team even lasts another weekend. When Our Motorsports signed Chris Wright, they accidentally also signed their death certificate. Moving on. Last weekend didn't quite go the way SS Greenlight was hoping for, but the good news is I get to see Nick Leighton's mom again this weekend. What a sweetheart. 10. Unfortunately, Justin, Kanban beat you to winning in this paint scheme, so it's his forever now. 9. I didn't mention this in my intro because I didn't know how to rhyme it, but I also have the shits, which is exactly what I hope Sammy Smith has this weekend. 4. I actually just found out today that Ross Chastain's going to be behind the wheel of the 9 car for Junior Motorsports at Dover this weekend, but I have a bigger question that needs to be answered. Why weren't the paint schemes uploaded to NASCAR.com this weekend, Dale? I understand you guys came out with one of the best diecasts in the history of auto racing today, but there are no excuses. Besides, none of you should be pre-ordering this diecast directly from Lionel or Junior Motorsports. You should be pre-ordering it from the pit stop over on Whatnot. But I'm pretty excited to watch Ross finish 4th in this car this weekend. 8. Sorry, Daniel Dye, your review this week has been taken over by a birthday shout-out. Happy 26th birthday to Full Court Fuller. 9. This is Josh Williams. 7. There may not be a human being on planet Earth that's more excited that NASCAR's heading back to an oval this weekend than Garrett Smithley. Nobody tell him that there's still 3 road courses left till the end of the season. 8. Dover feels like a track that Christian Eckes is either going to run really well at or he's going to crash and burn. Oh wait, that's literally every other race this season. 7. So this announcement came totally out of left field. Jake Finch is running for Hendrick Motorsports. That's great and all, but bring Phoenix Racing back to the Cup Series. Don't sleep on Jake though. 9. William Sawalich had a good weekend in Sonoma. He won the ARCA race, finished 3rd in the Xfinity race, put some money in my pocket, and I'm staring at a package from him right now. It's only up from here. 10. Seeing Eric Armadillo's name on the entry list is equivalent to the teacher's pet raising their hand and saying, "Teacher, you didn't collect the homework." Because in my head, I think they both deserve to be punched in the balls. 4. Hey, check it out. There's Brandon Jones. 6. We are overdue for Austin Hill throwing a 9-year-old temper tantrum. It happening with a car with a literal Titan on the side would be pretty ironic. 9. I gotta tell you, I really don't appreciate the disrespect Sam Hunt is putting on my boy Dean Thompson's name. You're telling me you remember to upload Ryan Truex's paint scheme in a one-off race, but you didn't remember to upload your full-time driver's paint scheme? Ryan Truex's win at Dover last year was a fluke. And the year before. And his Daytona win. Or maybe I just don't like the Truex family. 0. Harrison Burton's sporting a new look this weekend. Kind of reminds me of the car he took to victory lane in Daytona. Besides the number, the sponsor, the colors, and the entire design being completely different, it's pretty much identical. 10. This is only the 4th time all season that Jordan Anderson Racing has gotten their paint schemes uploaded to NASCAR.com. I'd like to say that I have some sort of effect on that, but I highly doubt it. The last time they did upload, though, Jeb Burton was running pretty good at Charlotte. Until he wasn't. 8. Blaine Perkins is one guy that I'll admit I don't know much about, but it does seem like he has a pretty dedicated and loyal fan base. 8. If we're being honest with ourselves, the real reason Jordan Anderson uploaded their paint schemes to NASCAR.com this week is because Raja Caruth is running their 3rd car. I guess Rick Hendricks saw the kid finally win a race and almost immediately decided to completely give up on the guy. So, had to get a ride somewhere. 10. Hey Sam, Kelly from Big Brother 27 called. She wants her face back. 0. I usually would forget to include a car like this, but I saw it on Twitter today and it fucks. 10. You know what they say, Alpha Prime usually doesn't miss. 9. You know what LeVar Scott and I have in common besides both being ambassadors for Driven Sunglasses? Nothing. Pick up a pair of Driven sunglasses using promo code Tyler20 for 20% off and free shipping. Link in my bio. 9. You think anyone has ever asked Taylor Gray what his favorite color is? 6. Since I'll be at the track this weekend, that means Leland Honeyman will be back behind the wheel of the 70 car. Can't wait to see you, Pookie Bear. 10. If I asked you to guess what Engler is based on that logo, what would you say? A moving company, right? Wrong. They specialize in metal roofing and gutter solutions. And I guess good-looking paint schemes. 10. Since coming back from injury, Connor Zilich's worst finish is 5th, which I guess is pretty good. I'm just glad he got his Chicago revenge. 10. I still haven't been to Arita's. I guess I need to make that trip. I've heard it's life-changing. 8. And paint scheme of the week goes to Raja Caruth. Something about it just hits. Anyways, I'm going to go take a nap, so hopefully it'll stop feeling like Chris Wright is wrecking minivans inside of my skull. Here's this week's top 3. See you in Dover.